Joanne Powell.
Here.
Kathy Jordan.
Yes.
Cliff Rebufo.
Here.
Alan Shiner.
Here.
Okay, the old business, Hanover Farms, special permit and site plan application. Discussion was held at workshop meeting on 3/5/14. Site plan was reviewed and it was determined that several items were missing from the plat. Don Brewer was instructed to make corrections and bring back before board for re-review and possible referral to the ZBA.
Can you go around the front?
Yes, please.
Give me a quick.
I'm going to need a copy for the file. I don't have enough copies.
Which one would you like?
The red.
Okay, it was asked to give some directions as to the traffic flow. So we put the arrows on there
Okay.
for the in and the out. There was a suggestion about right turns only, but it wasn't finalized. There was some disagreements about that, so I didn't put that note on here.
About what?
It was mentioned that maybe there should be a note, you can only turn right.
Oh,
And turn exit.
but we
Yeah,
have
we
to
got
remember though, this property is DOT property that you have these arrows on.
Right.
So where does that leave us? I mean, we don't have the right really to take over this land, although he uses it.
No, yeah, I mean, this is this is similar to what was accepted back when it was first accepted. An entry, well,
Yeah.
they'd given the arrows back then.
Mhm.
This is the way it was supposed to have been. I don't know. Since it's existed for this time, I don't know whether to do, I don't think the DOT has any say now that it's been that way for so long.
I don't know
about
how
that.
many years it has to
Yeah.
be, but
Because he needs a variance for going out onto this property, outside here, where you stand.
Going out?
I mean, this little piece here. You know.
Where
this-
for
Oh, yeah, yeah,
where
yeah.
for truth. I mean, but that's on DOT property.
Right.
Right, so he needs a variance for that, so I don't know now about the rest.
Or he needs to take that corner off
Off, right.
the building, which if he has to, he'll do that.
Joanne,
Yeah.
this is going to go to public hearing, is it not?
No.
That's the awning that's
No?
we're talking
I don't
about,
think it needs to
right?
be.
Not the building.
Yeah, the building,
It's in
the
bucks.
awning really isn't
It's in
anything
bucks to the land. I need to let,
temporary. It doesn't
Yeah,
have to
but
have
that's
that awning there at
stable.
all.
I mean, well,
Yeah,
it's
but
state,
it's-
it's a
it's-
state
There's a
highway.
concrete,
Oh, that's the
Right?
Department of Traffic.
So the flood that's encroaching on the DOT.
Let's go
is
into
the
this.
awning.
Okay.
well, see the little triangle between the awning and the building?
Yeah, right there.
Yeah, that's
Little bit, yeah.
actual concrete,
How big is that?
3 feet, 3.2 feet,
That's how far it sticks beyond the line.
yeah.
Alan, since John's not here, why don't you come over?
I did.
You did? Oh, you moved over one? Okay.
I moved one already.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
Well, I know that we talked about it last week, but now when I'm thinking about it since then, you know, wondering if we can't impose this. We can recommend this, but we can't impose this on you.
Well, what we're doing now is we're reviewing this to send this to the zoning board.
right,
Can't take
So
something.
we're not gonna get a decision from this evening.
oh, no,
It's
Right,
gonna be a
yeah.
referral, if anything.
right.
Right.
So I'm just basically showing you that I addressed everything that you asked for last time. We put the approximate septic area on there, the approximate well is north of the farm stand, actually. There's, the septic system is just off the porch of the house. That's the closest location I can get of it, 'cause it's underground. I don't know exactly how far it is there, but.
And the well is already all the way over here on the other side?
Yeah. And there's no septic for the farm stand, there's no bathroom there. Just the farm stand.
Yeah, I know.
For the square footage of the building, how many parking places are required? Have you looked that up?
Yeah,
Yeah, I had it in my book. but
I think it
don't
was
have
9.
the book.
Is it, are you gonna be able to get by this septic area?
well,
Is that parking
Yeah.
spots without driving over? Is it gonna be,
you might have to drive over a portion of it. That's what's happening right now.
is that what they're doing now? Did you bounce off of, Al, a thought that it would say right turn only coming out of here,
Mhm.
this one side?
Did I miss Al? No.
Did you discuss it with him at all?
No.
Because I think one of the issues is that you'll be coming across 2 lanes of traffic coming out, you know.
If you go left.
Yeah, right, so if we was to put that sign that we had discussed, possibly right turn only, you know, to go up and turn around elsewhere, where it's not so dangerous to be sticking your nose in front of your car right out into traffic, especially if there's parked cars along there.
Both parts, you would want to, you wouldn't want to turn left into that lower one, right?
Well,
You want to turn right.
So
But how would you stop people
yeah, but I
coming
don't know
from
how you
this
can
way?
stop them from turning
No.
left, coming from
The other way, yeah.
Bel Air, so.
All right. All right, so that,
I mean, pulling out is the bigger issue in my mind. You know, when people poke out from behind all the cars that are always lined up there.
what
Well,
else?
just put that in your notes if you can,
Yeah.
to discuss that with Al.
Mhm.
Doesn't that problem exist all over 28? I mean, every place you go, you have a problem getting to the other side of the road.
Oh, that's true.
I mean, if you go to the Hess station and you want to make a left turn, there's no sign there.
No,
Yeah.
I've gone in there the other time. Going right across 4 lanes.
Right.
Yeah,
Car
but that's
wash.
4 lanes, not 2. You know, that's what I thought it was.
And you
And with additional cars being parked in the front now, and.
On the
you know, you gotta
shoulder.
park out
Right.
far enough to have your car almost out on Route 28.
Right.
If you could put that in your notes too, Don, about parking right on the shoulder there, something,
But there's nothing we can do about that.
we can't stop that
No,
at all.
no,
That's the real problem.
yes, sir.
What is the road markings at that location? Is that a passing zone or is that a restricted zone?
I don't know if that's passing, I think we've worked it up, what, if that was a passing
I
zone.
think it's double,
It's a
it's
double
a
line.
solid.
Because you can't
No,
charge
it's
process
No,
on it.
so I think it's a passing zone. I think it's a passing zone. If it's a
That makes
passing
it even
zone,
worse.
No,
What
because
we're
then you
doing-
turn off on
What we're doing, Bob, is we're just trying to alleviate
I
somebody
know.
coming out of there, going left, heading toward Kingston and going across 2, if they could
Yeah.
just make a right
Well-
go down.
that's good, but I mean, if you do that, how you, in Kingston, they have that down on the road, but they have solid line down the middle of the road, and they'll have right turn coming out of, if you go down on 9W, where the malls are,
Yeah,
when you come out, you can only make a right turn, okay?
yeah.
Now, you can't make a left turn across the solid line, but across the dotted line, you can make a left turn if you're coming down to go in. So how are you gonna control that?
Well, that's what we're saying. What we're saying is that if somebody's coming down and is gonna make a left turn, we can't stop that.
Right.
That's fine. But if they're coming out,
Out, you
and they're gonna make a left turn and go around, and the complication is that he's got parked cars there in the front on the road.
But will the town control that, or will the county control that?
Well, this is still gonna have to be a county referral, and you can be darn sure you're gonna hear about that and bring
Well,
us
I don't know
something
if the
next
county
time.
can even make them do it. The county refers it, but that has to be a DOT decision if it's a right turn coming out of the drive.
No, not necessarily. I mean, we could ask them to put a sign.
You
on
could
his
ask them to
property
put a sign up there, right?
Yeah, on his property,
Yeah.
saying right turn, and alleviate the problem of cutting across.
Like the diner.
And what you just said, I wasn't even aware of, but that complicates it even more if it's a passing lane.
Now it
Yeah.
does.
Now you just brought something else into it that's not so great.
Yeah, that's what you have to find. I'm not sure, but I think that is a passing lane there, but I think that's something that's very easy to check. It's gotta go down.
Well, if he agrees to put a right turn sign
Yeah.
there, you know, just let the people go down, they only have to go down that Mount Tremper area where they.
Yeah, they could go right down onto 212 and come around.
How do you alleviate the problem of people pulling over on the side of
We
the
can.
road?
That's a shoulder. The shoulder is there for cars to pull over on.
Pull over
Yeah.
temporarily, not get out and go shopping.
Yeah, but they're,
Excuse me a minute.
I'm asking,
I'm a veteran,
okay,
okay? I can go and get a peddler's license, and I can set up a stand anywhere on this highway, and people come off onto the shoulder, and I can do business with them legally.
Well, that's something
somebody
the county
gets
can do.
slammed.
That's something the county has to control. It's
I
up to
mean,
the-
I understand that the community might be concerned or are concerned about the accidents that happen on 28, but they happen all over 28, not just in front of this farm stand, as we all know. People just don't pay attention. You know, I've seen people just pull out of there and just keep going. They don't even look. You know, they're just going. They're in a hurry, so they're just gonna make everybody else slow down or go around them or whatever. And I always felt that you cannot hold the, this person, the business person, responsible for this. You know, I always felt that way. You can't hold him or Miglarelli or anybody who has a business on 28 responsible for the way people drive in and out of their establishment.
That's another question. If you're gonna request him to put a right-hand turn sign, you gotta do it all the way down the road, including Miglarelli and everybody else that's got a business on that road.
When they come to us
Yeah,
for something, they're existing now.
yeah.
If they were to come to us at a later date, we could ask that.
Right.
Well, I guess if there hasn't been, fortunately, there hasn't been a serious enough accident where the business owner was sued, where a case actually set precedents, then I guess it hasn't happened yet.
People would be hard pressed to sue the
Oh,
owner of a
absolutely.
farm stand because they had an accident on Route 28.
Now, if this was, if there was nothing there right now and he was proposing all this stuff, then we would go to the state DOT and they would give us the design that they want for him, you know, how, but since it's already existed, I don't,
Well, these are not new curb cuts, these have been there since the beginning of time.
well, they supposedly, yeah, but they've kind of been ignored.
Yeah.
But, yeah, but these were the ones that were supposed to have been there right from the beginning.
All right.
I think I covered everything that you asked. And,
Yes, well, we got the well, the septic. Oh, do we have enough of parking spaces?
Yeah, there's 9 there that I show. The
Yeah, we had,
extra ones between the farm stand and the well. That makes the 9th one.
That's where it was.
That's where you
On-
see,
around the back
there's a
side.
truck parked there.
did you get them to sign this application so both names were the same?
No.
Remember, we had Michael and then we had Alan.
No, I'll have to stop by and do that.
You know, this may just be a technicality, but I also noted it's not dated.
Yeah.
The signature is not dated.
Yeah, we know, we saw that last week, yeah.
Which not dated?
They didn't
The
take.
signature was.
Signature of the application.
Same issue.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the one that we were gonna have Michael sign or Alan, both so everything jives.
Yeah, so I'll have to have him
The
stop
site
in the
plan.
office.
Yeah,
and
the
sign it.
secret wasn't dated,
And
but
you-
we
you
took
did
care of
speak
that.
to him
If he
about-
comes in, I'll have him do the
Yes.
original.
There's racks sticking out into the property
Yeah,
line.
yeah, I mentioned a note on there, storage rack to be moved onto property.
Okay.
That's written, that's typed on there.
So we had number 11 in our review, which was sewage, now we have that taken care of. The water was number 12, we have that taken care of. What other ones do we have? We had location design, proposed signage. Sign,
15,
what's he gonna do for a sign? Is he gonna put one up, is it gonna be,
He's not gonna do any different than he's got now, it's a sign on the building.
It's on the building.
building, yeah, they only have.
Well, okay.
And the lighting is,
That'll be up to the zoning enforcement officer, just to make sure the square footage is what's permitted.
Joanne, can you clarify? Because I thought anything that abuts state land, the county, it has to get referred to county.
You mean a state highway?
Well, it's state-owned, so
Yeah.
isn't that when it gets referred to county?
this does get referred to county, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's.
Yeah, I mean,
what-
everything does go to the county anyway.
So if I'm notifying the county, would I also notify DOT? Because it's a state highway?
No, just send it to the county. And that does not mean we have to have a public hearing, because we send it to the county, that doesn't connect.
So when does the public hearing come into play?
I really don't think that, this has already been here and been established. I don't believe that we need a public hearing for it. What do you think, Paul?
Why don't we send it to the zoning, we're gonna send it to the
Let's
zoning
send it
board,
to
let's
them
find out,
first.
let's take one step at a
Yeah,
time.
let's see what they say.
Before you send everything
Yeah, I
out.
know, and council's gonna be there as well.
At the zoning
Council.
board?
Yeah.
All right. It seems like everything's been answered that we had in our workshop.
Yes.
And yes, and egress and, well location, septic location.
All right, so, yeah.
Yeah.
Then make a motion to refer this to the zoning board?
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Make sure Gina gets a copy. You got one?
Yeah, Diane, who seconded?
All right.
Okay, we have no new business. We already welcomed Alan. We could do it again. I was, as we spoke at the workshop, I did bring up the fact that we should discuss getting an attorney for the Crossroads project. And I have 3 attorneys that are, attorneys that have worked on large projects. So I have these 3 that I would like to send out in order to read the paper with the address and everything on it. And just send them the same thing that we had before, that same generic.
Complete.
Like that photo.
Anything needs to be changed in it? Probably dates.
Yeah, because we're gonna have to, do what, 30 days again?
No, you could do 3 weeks, 3 weeks to 30 days.
All right. So we'll have these, one of them's in Kingston, one's in Albany, one's in Fishkill. This one, I know these people, they work for the ranch. They're starting in Fishkill.
Can you read the names?
Yes, they're Cuddy and Federer, Westgate Business Center, Fishkill, New York. Stockley, Slevin, and Peters, Weston Avenue, Albany. And Risley and Moriello, Kingston, New York.
Is that Dick Risley?
Mike Moriello.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's Nancy?
Hmm?
Nancy Risley or her
Yeah, she's
husband
retired.
upstairs?
Yeah, they both trying to
Yeah.
retire, but
All
they're.
right, so I believe I can get that.
So you want me to just figure the dates on the calendar and then I'll email you?
Yeah.
Confirm? Okay.
Okay. Because I just have this thing like with what's happening with the town board, getting an attorney and giving us an attorney, assigning someone to us for all our other, business. I think we really should have a separate attorney for
Business process.
Okay. All right, so, and a reminder, a special meeting for review of the RFP submission for Crossroads on Tuesday, March 18th. Everybody still good with that?
Yeah, I can't make it.
Oh, okay. Next Tuesday. Alan, you'll be able to attend?
Yep.
Okay.
Do we have them back already?
No, they're due in that day,
Oh, I
by
see.
3 o'clock. Actually, they're due in Friday by 3 o'clock. And then Tuesday's meeting is when you actually open them. They come sealed and they stay that way.
Okay.
It's what time?
At
7.
It's on the agenda.
Okay.
It's at the bottom of it.
It's in the email too.
All right, we have our recommendation here of the disapproval of the, if I say railroad using it from the Ulster County Planning Board. Everybody got a copy.
I don't know. I'm reading that, but I'm a
Right
little
now.
confused about that.
Yeah. Public utility or transportation garage or maintenance facility is prohibited in the HR zoning district.
I don't really, it's permitted with a special permit, in my ordinance it is, and they mention that later on in that paragraph. Additionally, the land use allowed by special permit within the Hamlet residential zoning district related to transportation uses is specifically excluded in the proposed desired use. So I don't understand why they said that, when I'm looking at this and it's.
Because
It's permitted.
because it's excluding, it allows everything but a garage and maintenance facility. And the wording there, then it says garage or maintenance facility underneath it. It's just,
Go to the next.
it's just excluded, yeah.
It's in there twice. Public utility or transportation use excluding garage and maintenance. So that means,
They broke it out separate.
Where's your new book?
where's my book?
Give me a call. Want me to go get it?
Yeah,
Give me a kiss.
I don't need it, I don't need it. Not in my car, I left it.
Move the stuff in the trunk and find your book.
Oh, where's your, thinking that's cute. Yeah.
Everybody's looking so hard.
That was just fine.
Do we know where they repair the cars now?
Right out on the tracks. They work right in the, out in the open. That's why they wanted the car barn.
So they're doing all this right now?
Yes,
Historically, there was a car barn there. When that station was active and the railroad was active, there was a car barn on that location to maintain cars.
We've already passed it, Alan, so it's not a problem, but we do want to understand why the county unanimously voted against it.
Well, county's been against the whole railroad idea.
No politics, but
No, you want to know why the county voted against it?
yes.
Okay, I spoke to Keith today,
Mhm.
this afternoon, he called me. And I asked him why he voted against it. And he told me because, well, the county, they put forward a thing, they don't like the idea that they're building it in the floodplain. I said, well, then they gotta take up the tracks too, because the tracks are in the floodplain and all they're putting is, I tell him, all they're putting is a shed over that with blowout doors that are designed for a building that's in the floodplain. It's not a permanently closed structure, it's an open structure. And he said, well, his feelings about it, he's against anything being done in the floodplain. Because I had a discussion with him about that today, so. He also said to me that if you feel that you don't want him on the county board, then he's willing to
He
give
also
up.
said that to Jim.
But I told him that that's not up to the local board, that's up to the town board and the county legislature.
He actually said he was ready for retirement.
If you can just resign,
This is a historic place
Mhm.
adjacent. Is he talking about the train station itself?
Yeah, the train station is historic.
Is that on a separate piece of property?
Now,
I thought
we put it all
adjusted
together.
We put those all together.
Yeah. The historical property is the Elsham Delaware Phoenicia Station belonging to the U.S. Railroad. It's on the same lot. They plan to build a farm lot.
And there was one there, you said?
Before.
historically, there was an engine shed there.
He did show us a picture